Appreciate that. Now we're going to bring in 11 Alive investigator Savannah Levins, and she's live outside the council members, monitoring the very latest developments and speaking with city council leaders. And she joins us live in Savannah. What have you learned so far today?
Well, a lot, Ron. I can tell you right now, this city council meeting is still ongoing. It started at 1 o'clock, and just seconds ago, City Watershed wrapped up their presentation to city council on all the latest updates. I also spoke tonight one-on-one with city council members who admit it is past due time to address our city's aging infrastructure system.
The infrastructure and the design of the infrastructure was created 80 years ago.
Standing in front of the latest water main break in Midtown amid a state of emergency, Director of Watershed Management AL Wiggins attributed the breaks to the city's aging pipe system, addressing why wide-scale updates haven't happened sooner.
There's always ongoing work, especially when you have development in an area. We add new infrastructure, and the way we make determinations if we need to take on a larger project is we collect data, and if we see a series of breaks or repairs that are necessary, that's when we decide to take on a capital improvement project.
It's reignited arguments that making repairs in response to a crisis isn't a long-term solution. City Council moving today to adjust their agenda to discuss the situation and how it might impact the upcoming budget.
This is a apocalypse type thing that we're dealing with.
Councilman Antonio Lewis saying it's past due time to do a full overhaul of the city's water infrastructure system.
I think that with the funding we have, we fix them all. Go down and fix it. We want to build Atlanta to be the strongest city in the world. I call us the new London, the new Greece. We're way better than New York. But how can we get there if we don't fix our infrastructure? We're blessed as a city that we got the money to do it. And it won't cost the taxpayers dollars. It's a half-penny sales tax that it's a shared cost. And so right now we are in reaction mode. I wish we weren't in reaction mode. We're in reaction mode, but this reaction mode will stay in full-time game mode, and we'll continue to fix the pipes.
Do we have the money to fix it?
If we don't, we need to go get it. The one thing about Atlanta, we just put out our largest budget in the history of our city, 2 years straight. We have the largest amount in our reserves in the history of our city. So when you say if we don't have it, when I say we don't have it, we go find it and get it done. This is not a if. I don't want to know what happens if we don't, right? I don't want to know what happens if we don't. So I am full out in support of fixing every pipe in this city.
Meanwhile, public pressure mounts to address the issue as soon as possible.
This was not a terrorist attack. This was not a natural disaster. This wasn't a hurricane. This wasn't a tornado. This was not an act of God. This was an act of negligence. This was an act of irresponsibility. This was an act of not being prepared. How many times is the city of Atlanta going to be caught with its pants down? How many times is the city of Atlanta going to leave our residents holding the bag?
There are about 3,000 miles of underground pipes in the city of Atlanta, so this is no small undertaking. I actually just spoke with Councilman Bond about how this would even roll out. Certainly it can't happen all at once, Ron, but we'll tell you more about what he said coming up at 6.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of these pipes were actually laid here in Atlanta during the 40s and the 50s, so you can see why there's a lot of pressure on them to get them fixed and get them fixed immediately. Savannah, thank you for the update. And tonight, folks, community organizers out there are actually really upset about what has been taking place. So what they're doing right now is a lot of these business owners are demanding financial help because of this water crisis. Organizers gathering right now in front of the Atlanta City Council chambers on Trinity Avenue. That happened earlier today. They said that they're calling for financial assistance to small and medium-sized business owners impacted by this water crisis, which led to loss of revenue and support for insurance premiums. Payments meant for businesses that have filed a loss of revenue claim with their commercial insurance provider.
And every time you speak to them, they're saying the same thing. I lost tens of thousands of dollars in revenue. That's unacceptable because that's going to impact people's bottom line, their ability to make payroll, rent, and the other overhead costs that are associated with operating a business in the city of Atlanta due to no fault of their own.
So the proposed ordinance, which if introduced by a city council member, if it passes, signed into law by the mayor, will establish a $5 million emergency fund that will assist with this recent and future water disruption related to the city's aging infrastructure. And still ahead, coming up tonight on 11 Alive News at 5:30, our Teresa Bowles, she's going to take a closer look at how the water crisis is impacting business owners in the area and which ones are shut down and which ones remain open. That's coming up tonight at 5:30. And folks, we know you have a lot of questions out there about what should I do next, especially since we're under a boil water advisory. Well, can you shower? Can you wash the dishes? Can you take a bath? All of those questions are answered right now on 11alive.com. So if you want us to send that article directly to your phone right now, just text the word water to the number on your screen. You see it right there, 404-885-7600. Guys.
All right, Ron Jones, we'll see you again at 5:30 for more. Thanks so much.